bounce back against the Orlando Magic.
Steve, Andrew knocked down 8 threes in this one. He had the 5 in the third quarter. Just what did you see from him? I think he's a tick under 42 now for the season from 3, which is a significant improvement from his career averages. Just what are you seeing from him at the 3-point shot, and how much has he worked on it, and just how special was that third quarter?
Yeah, it was great third quarter. The biggest thing I'm seeing from Andrew is that he's just catching and shooting. You know, I mean, he's always been a pretty good 3-point shooter, but you know, maybe more a little bit off the dribble. And the thing he's, I think, really gotten better with is when he's open, he's just catching and shooting, and that there's a little better rhythm to it, but there's better rhythm to the offense when the ball doesn't stop. And I think he's really feeling more and more comfortable, playing this style where, you know, you're open, you let it go, and no ball stopping, not a ton of dribbling, and he's just been great. He's had a huge impact defensively. We're putting him on, the toughest offensive player night after night, and just having an incredibly efficient offensive season as well. He's been fantastic.
Would you say Wiggins has simplified anything? Has he simplified anything? What are the circumstances that you feel like get Wiggins?
I do think just catching and shooting is kind of simplifying the game rather than catching and, sizing the defender up and putting it on the floor and then rising up and shooting. And I think there was more of that early in his career. And so I think the way he's playing is more efficient and more simplified.
He's a guy that when you brought him in, you just talked about how much he's going to help be a floor spacer. And
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Kendra.
Okay. I'll just talk louder.
Okay.
Belly is a guy that when he came here, you said that he was going to really help be a floor spreader. And I don't know, I've observed that over the past couple of games, it seems like he's been a little bit more timid shooting the ball. Tonight, that wasn't the case. I mean, have you also observed that he's been a little bit more timid with his perimeter shot? And have you had any conversations about wanting to see him, just kind of let the ball fly a little bit more?
Well, Belly's such a good playmaker that, he often will catch it on the perimeter and pump fake and get the ball in the paint and make a nice pass, make a play. And I like that about him. But there's no question we want him shooting anytime he's open. He's a great shooter. And shooting from that, that 5 position is really important because it does open up the floor. But he made a couple threes tonight and spread the floor. He had a couple nice passes, and I think he's played well for us. I think he'll play better as he goes, as he gets more and more comfortable with us.
Talk about Andrews feeling more comfortable. How does that sort of reflected in his demeanor? I mean, he seems like one of the more stoic guys, and you saw the smile a little bit more tonight. Obviously, he's making a bunch of threes, but how is he sort of meshing in? And I mean, the season obviously started on a strange note with the vaccination stuff, and now it seems like he's really finding his spot here, I guess.
I don't think it's possible to not like Andrew Wiggins. He's such a nice human being. I mean, he's just a really pleasant person to be around. His teammates love him. He's so coachable. Whatever you ask of him, he just nods his head and he does it. And I think he's really enjoying himself here. I think he's found a nice niche with this group of guys, and they appreciate everything that he does for us. And I don't know. I think it's just been a good fit, and he's playing at a really high level.
It was nice to get a glimpse of Kuminga's athleticism and just what he might be able to give you in some significant minutes, I guess. He's got that sort of shocking athleticism that, is rare, even in the NBA where there's so many great athletes. JK stands out. There's just a suddenness to his burst, whether it's, catching and going or he had that tip dunk where his head was next to the rim. I thought his minutes were really good, and loved the way he played and prepared for the game. And he's coming along. This is going to be a process for him. He's so young, as it is for most young guys.
there's so much to learn. It's not possible for anybody to come in at 19 and really understand everything that needs to happen to win an NBA game. So this whole year is really, for him, is just figuring all that stuff out, and we're trying to help him with it, but he's doing a great job.
How lucky are these young kids to be around some of the players you have?
Yeah, they have great mentors, Andre Iguodala, Draymond, Steph, Clay. They're all really good mentors, and they've sort of taken JK under their wings and tried to help him along, and that's what it takes, because there's just like I said, there's so much for these guys to learn. And we have a very unique situation. It's very rare that the 7th pick in the draft goes to the team with the best record in the NBA. Most of the guys drafted in his range are all playing, but they're playing for teams that aren't winning. And so, the flip side of him not playing as much as his colleagues, who are drafted near him, is he's learning in a winning environment. And there's a lot of pluses in that regard.
How conscious are you of the Steph record counter, as it ticks down?
Raymond gives me the update every day, so I'm fully aware he's 15 away, and I'm guessing he's going to shoot a lot against Portland on Wednesday.
Do you think it's obtainable against Portland?
Absolutely.
It'd be 2 records in 1.
He's Steph Curry, so anything's possible. He's made half-court shots in back-to-back games. So,
Steve, have you noticed any